Hello there, greetings and welcome. This is Mari Smith coming to you live from sunny San Diego. You are watching 7 Steps to Facebook Success, how to make money on the world's #1 social network. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to spend the next hour and a half with me. I've got a ton of awesome information on Facebook marketing to share with you, and time's going to fly by. Remember, we have a hashtag for today for my fellow tweeters out there. If you want to tweet nuggets from today, it's simply #7StepFB. That's the hashtag sign, 7StepFB. You can also use the Facebook comments below. I have Lori on my team here in the studio with me. She's going to be scooping up your questions, and I'll do my best to answer as many as possible in the second half of the webinar. Okay, so now we have a global audience here. We have 13,000 people have registered, and we're going to have thousands join us today live from all over the world. I love these webinars. You know, it's like having the whole world right here in this tiny wee room, this big room, this studio here. People are tuning in from all over, from Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands, shout out to Scotland, England, France, South Africa, all over the United States and Canada. You have made a smart decision to join us live. I know that there's many folks, because of time difference and other commitments, they will be catching the replay later. We are recording this, but stay right where you are. This is the best place to be, live here. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing me speak or seeing me, you may notice I have a wee bit of an accent. I'm actually Scottish Canadian. I'm born near Toronto to Scottish parents, and then I spent the first 12 years of my life in the boonies of BC, and then moved to Scotland when I was 12, and where I stayed for the next 20 years, and then I've been in San Diego, California since '99. I moved here and kind of never looked back. I absolutely love it in San Diego. I'm often referred to as the premier Facebook marketing expert. Forbes have named me one of the top 10 power social media influencers for several years in a row. I'm the author of a couple of books. One is called Facebook Marketing, and the other is the New Relationship Marketing. Now, we're going to be giving away 5 copies today of an authored copy of the New Relationship Marketing. We'll even add the little bling on for you. So we're going to do some random drawings, 5 lucky folks throughout the day today, or throughout our time together. We will announce the winners, and all you need to do is just comment, just get active. Facebook comment and or the hashtag. Lori's going to be grabbing names at random. Now, if you already have the New Relationship Marketing, you can choose to have the Facebook Marketing in our day instead. So you get one or the other, okay? So we'll be drawing 5 names out to win signed copies of books. Now, I also travel the world delivering keynotes on social media and Facebook marketing. The main thing about me that many folks know this already is I absolutely love my community. I love my peeps, as I call you. I don't put people on pedestals, and I don't like people to put me on a pedestal. I treat people as equals. You are important to me by virtue of you're on this planet. And it doesn't matter to me what your clout score is, how many Twitter followers you have, or Facebook fans or friends. You are important to me. So that's just from my heart to yours. Thank you for being here. Let's get cracking. We've got a lot to cover. Hashtag, remember, #7StepFB. Now, you can actually check my tweets too. One of the things I love to do anytime I'm leading a webinar or delivering a presentation is I go ahead and I schedule a bunch of tweets. So you'll see those coming out. Some of them are tied into what I'm teaching today, and some are extra bonus tips, and they'll just be coming out at Mari Smith, and go ahead and follow me there if you're not already. By the way, some folks like to use TweetChat, tweetchat.com, just to follow along with the tweets, but otherwise, stay right where you are. And you can maximize up this screen, by the way. I believe there's a little, as you're looking at the screen, it's on the right-hand side. There's a little icon down there. You can click it, and it can go full screen, okay, if you're on a smaller screen. And you can be tuning in from your laptop or any mobile device. Remember, use the Facebook comments below for any comments or questions. Today's focus is absolutely about monetizing your Facebook marketing. Now, a quick sidebar, I am going to be unveiling a brand new Facebook course. We have got 90 minutes here today. There's only so much I can teach you in 90 minutes. And later on, I'm going to be sharing details of my new Extreme Fan Base Growth 2.0. It's 18 months since I last released that course, and it's backed by popular demand, all new, so coming a little bit later. Fabulous special for you on that, so stick around. Now, you don't need to, I know I don't need to underscore this, but I'm going to anyway, just in case you didn't know. Facebook is the #1 social network. It has 1.1 billion active members, over 3/4 of which access Facebook through their mobile device. Okay, so 751 million people log on to Facebook through their mobile device, and they're typically twice as active. In fact, I was reading a stat the other day that said that the typical smartphone user picks up their phone and looks at it 150 times a day. So that's average. You might do a lot less, you might do more. That seems a lot to me, but anyway, 67% of the online population uses Facebook, and as is representative of our audience here today, 79% of users on Facebook are outside of the United States and Canada. It really is truly a global platform. Now, you know that Facebook caused a paradigm shift in the way that we communicate, as Mark Zuckerberg wants to make the world more open and connected. And ultimately what that affects is how we do business. There is no going back. No matter what happens to Facebook in the future, a lot of people speculate, is it going to be around in years and years to come, or is it going to go the way of whatever MySpace, MySpace is coming back. But the thing is that social created the fundamental change. Just like computers did in the 1980s, email, remember back in the day, you were the odd person out if you did not have an email address. You're odd person out if you don't have a cell phone. Now, really, you're the odd person out if you don't have a Facebook profile. Some people might choose not to have a profile, and that's fine, but guess what? We are here to talk about business today, and you are the odd person out if you don't have a business presence on Facebook. So that's what we're really going to be talking about today. Chief Operating Officer, COO Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook, says that social media can play a major role in jumpstarting the global economy, and I completely agree with Sheryl. Absolutely. Social media can jumpstart the global economy. We are living in unprecedented times. However, and I know you guys all know this, it is a big free-for-all. It's very, very noisy. The Facebook news feed is very, very noisy. Your Twitter feed is noisy. How do you stand out? How do you reach your target market without wasting a lot of time and money and just, trial and error? And, fear stops a lot of people. Fear of making a mistake, of being exposed, fear of their privacy being violated. Did you know that the #1 fear that stops businesses from having a strong presence on Facebook, like a Facebook fan page, is the fear of negative comments? And I've spoken to many, many audiences around the world, and it's amazing to me. Entire industries talk about how they have that fear of the negative comments. My personal belief is this is a whole other conversation, but I say welcome the negative comments, because that gives you an opportunity to demonstrate stellar customer service right out in the open with everybody watching. And you have an opportunity to actually win people over and get new clients as a result. Now, before we dive into the 7 steps, let's actually just talk real quick about the newsfeed. It really is the one feature, well, it's really one of many, probably the top feature that makes Facebook so unique, so uniquely different from all the other social networks. Facebook decides on your behalf what you're going to see in your newsfeed. There's a complex algorithm called EdgeRank, and that means that every single piece of content created on Facebook, whether by a profile or a fan page, it passes through that filter. Now, about 18 months ago, you guys might remember this, Facebook changed up fan pages so that anybody could post or comment. Remember when we had the custom landing tabs and people they could be forced, quote unquote, to like your fan page before they could actually interact with the content. And then Facebook took that away, and I kind of wonder, I don't know how you feel about this, but there's less incentive, possibly less incentive to like a page. I don't know about you, but I actually have many, many pages that I put into interest lists, and I don't have to like those pages. I can just watch them, kind of stealth, if you will, but I'm just very, very mindful about pages that I like. To me, when you like something, it's actually a form of endorsement, and that goes out into the newsfeed of your friends. However, I'm here today to tell you, you absolutely must build a fan base. You must build a fan base. Why? Well, because the posts in the newsfeed are the ones that people actually see. They don't come back to your wall. In fact, 96% of fans, once they've clicked that like button on your fan page, they don't come back. They see your content in the newsfeed. So you've got to build a fan base. When you have consistent newsfeed visibility, you will have some growth, okay? We're gonna have some tips coming up. So this is basically what we're talking about. You see it just refreshed there. Hey guys, are you seeing a lot more of these like related posts and suggested posts? These are paid for, right? Every time you see something that says sponsored, you know that somebody has paid Facebook for that. And this is one, let's see, so this is some friends of mine that have liked this page. So the Silva Method have paid for that. I think I saw another one just down in here a bit ago. Sponsored, but you'll just see them every time you see the thing that just says a little sponsored, that you know there it is. This was an offer. As my friend Kelly O'Neill just posted an offer. You can get the offer and you can see that she's paid for that. It's also been that's this little symbol right here. It says custom. That's going out to a custom audience. In fact, I just posted on my fan page this morning that you can pay to have your posts sent to a custom audience, a target audience. So. All right, so we were talking about EdgeRank, and the EdgeRank is basically these three components: affinity, weight, and time decay. So affinity simply means the relationship that you have with that piece of content, with that profile, that person, or the fan page. Okay, the relationship you have. The more you interact with a person or page, the more you'll see their content. Weight is a point system. Photos and status updates will get more visibility in the newsfeed. You got to kind of experiment with that. It used to be that photos were hands down the best, the most visibility, and status updates not so much. Now it's kind of one or the other or both. You might find different on your fan page. So, and links tend to get the lowest amount of visibility in the newsfeed. It's amazing to me. This is a note to all of you out there. One of your first pieces of homework. Check your fan page, and if you have a lot of links and you're not getting the visibility and the engagement, start posting more photos and status updates, okay? Now you can still put a link in with a photo. It's not like it just has to be, you know, hey folks, here's a photo. You can put in, just check out my own fan page, facebook.com/Mari Smith. I have a lot of my posts or photo posts with a link and a call to action. So that's weight, and we're talking a little bit more in a bit here about the different types of posts and what works well. And the third element is simply called time decay or recency, and that is, you know, a post that was posted 2 minutes ago versus 2 hours ago is going to be much more visible in the newsfeed. However, it depends on if it's a popular post. The life cycle of a Facebook post could be a mere 20 minutes. It could actually be hours, it could be days. It just totally depends on how popular. If your name's George Takai, then you'll be in the news feed always. All right, so the 7-step Facebook marketing success plan. As I promised, we're going to walk through each of the 7 steps. I'm going to show you examples. We'll share my desktop. There'll be case studies, demonstrations, and several different shout outs to my peeps as promised. Oh, guess what? I hear something. Ding, 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 ding. That means it's time to pick a book winner. So we mentioned at the beginning, if you're just joining us, we're going to be giving away 5 copies, signed copies of one or other of my books. So The New Relationship Marketing or Facebook Marketing an Hour a Day. And I have my little trusty little iPad here. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and pick a winner just when I hit refresh. Oh, cool. Okay. So if your name is Debbie Spice, Debbie Spice, congratulations. So I don't know your Twitter ID, but Debbie Spice, if you go ahead and our team will reach out to you and we'll get to your address and send you off a signed copy of one or other of my books, your choice. Awesome. Okay, here we go. The number one missing component, by the way, in most all Facebook marketing that I see out there is lack of a solid plan. You must have a plan for how you're going to monetize, how you're going to get leads, how you're going to convert those leads into paying customers. Many, many businesses have a sporadic and a scattered approach to their Facebook marketing, in fact, to all of our social media marketing. And they're just hoping for the best. Or I see a lot of people, they look at someone's style that's working well for them, try to emulate it, and then it falls flat because it worked for that other person, but it might not work for you. Another mistake is trying to silo Facebook, putting Facebook into Facebook marketing into a segment of its own, just like all your eggs in that one basket and hoping that it'll yield results. It doesn't really work that way. You've got to have it fully integrated. I've always said, that social media is an amplifier, okay? Whatever your business model, your revenue model, your products, your services, your marketing, your branding, Social media amplifies that, your messaging. And Facebook only serves to magnify that. I actually have well over 10 years as an online business success coach, and I got on Facebook 6 years ago in 2007, and I focused there for a while, and then I actually expanded out, included Twitter and other social media. And a few years ago I realized I was really doing my clients a bit of a disservice. I actually had to begin including business coaching and be able to go ahead and dive in and analyze their revenue model and all other systems in place, their website, their blog, email marketing, critical component. I've been building my email list for 10 years. What the products and services are. Is it obvious what you sell and how you serve people and who you serve? What's your content strategy? So many parameters involved in being successful in marketing your business online. To really succeed with your Facebook marketing, you need to have that as part of a bigger plan. And that includes integration, as I say, with all other aspects of your business. So it stands to reason that in my 7-step success plan, the first step, step 1, is develop a solid strategy. Get clear on what you want to accomplish. What do you want to use Facebook for? The easiest thing to use Facebook for is lead generation. Think of social media and Facebook as like the top of your funnel, and you're using it to bring people on down into your funnel and get them onto your email list. You could make sales. You could sell directly on your fan page. The easiest way is through a tab, or to drive people to sales on your site. We'll show you some examples in a moment. You could use Facebook to improve your customer service. A lot of companies do really well at that. Maybe just to get visibility, to establish yourself as the number one authority, the best authority in your arena, the go-to expert. You don't have to make it all overly complex. Depending on your resources available, your team and your budget and time, you could decide to just tackle a small component of Facebook marketing and scale from there. Remember, I'm going to give you a ton of ideas today, and even if you take 20% of the ideas today and go off and implement them, you'll be doing well. You're not going to be able to get all 100%. The key is integration, like I say, integration with email marketing. So let's show you a really good example of integration with email marketing. Back over it, if you could show my desktop, I'm going to show you the Girlfriend Life. Actually, the Girlfriend is facebook.com/thegirlfriendlife. And Lori will be posting down below any links I mentioned. She's got the links ahead of time, so she'll let you know if you want to click over and check that out. So this is Joanne Darby. Hey Joanne, shout out to you. And full disclosure, Joanne is actually a client of mine. And this is an amazing page. What I love about what Joanne has done here is it's called a passion page. And it's actually tied to a real business. What a passion page is it's topic specific as opposed to being about a brand or a business per se. And what Joanne's done here very, very cleverly is she's built up a really loyal following, 155,000 fans, and her talking about this is frequently well over, I see it's 184,000 today, that will frequently be over 200,000. She says it's been as high as 700,000 at one point, which is very, very impressive. Now, she is a clever marketer, Miss Joanne, and you can watch by some of the things she posts. Every single post has something of value to add. It's an inspirational quote or a recipe or something fun or funny or an item for purchasing. And it's all related to women and, better lifestyle and taking good care of themselves, etc. Now, watch this. What Joanne does so well is she has a little ad, if you will, a little call to action on many, many of her posts where you can click through and be added to her newsletter. That's what I'm talking about, is an amazing email strategy. She has a simple opt-in page with a nice little video and a simple opt-in, sign up for our community. So she's gathering email addresses from her Facebook fan page. And when she's not gathering email addresses, you'll see that she will Facebook out, she'll post links for items. So here's a nice pair of running shoes. And then this is going to be an affiliate link. And these are affiliate links usually for Zappos. So she's getting affiliate commission from Zappos. And I know she doesn't mind me letting you guys know that. But this is a terrific example. The Girlfriend Life, it's called Girlfriend Life, but I think it's the Girlfriend Life here. Oh yeah, no, good. She got it changed. That's awesome. The Girlfriend Life and the Girlfriend, facebook.com/thegirlfriendlife. Check out Joanne. She does an amazing job there of building what's called social equity. Okay, so she's adding value. She's doing a really great job of she knows her audience really well. She does post an extraordinary amount of content. You might not want to emulate that part. She's posting almost once an hour. Her strategy is to be seen in the newsfeed consistently. And you'll see a lot of passion pages do that. So, and then like I say, the affiliate links to monetize. So, by the way, I have created, because this is a really complex aspect, but I like to simplify. I'm actually known for taking complex concepts and simplifying them. I love to simplify. So I've created actually a comprehensive Facebook marketing strategy blueprint, a simple blueprint, a checklist, to walk you through developing your own Facebook marketing strategy. And that is included as part of my new course, as I mentioned. Details coming up about that a little bit later. Okay, so that was the first step. Build that solid plan. Get clear on what it is you're wanting to accomplish. Lead generation with email marketing, one of the best ways. Number 2, use professional graphics. I know for many of you, I'm probably preaching to the choir, but I really, really implore you. It amazes me how many times I go to a Facebook page or a Twitter or even a website, and somebody's built it themselves and they're not necessarily a professional graphic artist. And with all due respect, it's okay. I used to build websites myself about 12 years ago. But it really is, in this day and age, it's so visual. You look at the size of that Facebook fan page header, look at the size of Google Plus header, it's humongous. And that's a lot of real estate to communicate a really powerful, professional, compelling brand. So your cover image, your profile picture on your fan page, and the app thumbnails, any assets that you might have for contests, okay? If you have a canvas tab, it's called a landing tab, or a tab that goes on your page, they want to look pretty. They want to look attractive. 1 second, time for water. It's actually vodka, but no, kidding. Now, even though Facebook removed the default landing tab last year, you can still use a landing tab, and you can do what's called fan gate. You can have content behind that page that people have to like the page in order to get access to that. And remember also that each app has its own unique URL, so you can drive traffic there through ads and do, have an email sign-up box. You'll notice that on Joanne's page here at the Girlfriend Life. Look at that on her second app tab in. It's the Girlfriend Life newsletter. So she has an invitation right there to sign up on one of the top apps there. By the way, you can't ever move photos around, but your top 3 here, you can put anything you want there, any calls to action. Okay. Now, you want to change up your cover image on a regular basis. If you want to, you don't have to. It's just one of my little ninja tricks. And include a description and a call to action. So let's go back to my desktop for a second here, and you'll just see with my own fan page. And I want to show you all how to do this, because a lot of people don't do this. And when you update your cover image, then the second that it's loaded, you click on it and you hit edit. And you go, and I actually usually have this pre-typed out already. I have this typed out and I just copy and paste it in instantly, because I want that to go out in the newsfeed as part of the update, okay? So the cool thing too is when you post an image, you can edit it on the fly. Now watch this. I'm going to go over to my slides because I prepared a few for you earlier. So when I updated, this is a screenshot from my own newsfeed. This is my personal, no, actually, excuse me, this is my fan page. The blue jacket is the fan page. And it's going out in the newsfeed of all my fans, and it says Mari Smith updated her cover photo. The description doesn't come with it in this case. If people click on it, it would pop up and they'd see it. Now watch this thing that I did. I actually use a strategy whereby I utilize my personal Facebook profile and my fan page in conjunction with each other to get more visibility. I see them really as 2 opportunities to be seen in the newsfeed. So I tagged myself. I tagged my personal profile in the cover image on my fan page. That then goes out in the newsfeed of all my friends and 370,000 followers. See that? This is a copy of my newsfeed here. So there's, in my red dress, is the image that I'm using right now in my personal profile. So this is Mari Smith personal profile, was tagged in Mari Smith fan page photo. Now watch this. The blurb, remember I said the blurb comes with it when it goes out in like this as a tag, But I realized I made a mistake that I did not put, the link was not above the fold. See where it says see more there and you can't actually see the link. So what I just go in and I do that little thing. I edited it. I clicked on the photo, I hit edit. I changed the copy a little bit so that the URL was more obvious. Okay, pretty cool. And in fact, then I saw one of my friends shared it. She saw it in her newsfeed and shared it to her friends. This is Vicky McLeod. Shout out to @Vicky McLeod up there in beautiful Maple Ridge, BC, Canada. So that is just a little trick there to update your cover photo regularly. As I say, craft the narrative in advance and then paste it in immediately, ideally immediately, because that is going out in the newsfeed. When people click on it in your newsfeed, they can see the information. Make sure there's some narrative and there's a call to action and there's a link. That's the only place that there'll be a link. I had many people asking me, how did you get a clickable button in your cover image? How did you do that? Real easy. It's just a graphic. It's not really a clickable button. I know it says click here, but when they click that, it opens up and then that's where the link goes in the narrative, okay? And like I say, if you're in the cover yourself, you can tag your personal profile. Let's look at another quick example. In fact, my friend Andrew Johnson, we'll pull him up here, and I think he's actually Relax with, whoops, spell it right, with Andrew Johnson. Here he is. So Andrew Johnson is a fellow Scot, and he is a hypnotherapist, and he creates these amazing apps that help you to relax and fall asleep and anything else you want to do. So really great. Look at, this is in the subject of branding and design. Beautiful cover image. And these are the little app icons for all the different apps that he has. And in fact, let me just see, I know that Andrew Johnson, I just want to pull up his Twitter so you can see that it is seamless. I love the seamless branding. You see that? He's got the background and the cover image here. So 2 thumbs up to my friend Andrew. Really nice job that he's done with the branding and that consistency. And guess what? When you have that consistency, you actually have, it builds trust. Oh, I wanted to show you something here. Oh yeah, so Andrew did something really cool. When he got to 11,000 likes, he gave away a free MP3. Just it says here for the next 48 hours, and really clever strategy. He had you just send an email and then you get automatic reply. Now that's another cool way to build an email list, is just do a giveaway. I know there's rules about doing giveaways on the wall. We won't go in there right now, but ideally you're supposed to do giveaways on the app. But I thought it was a really clever idea. And collecting email addresses, I'm all for that. By the way, I met Andrew via Twitter. He had actually tweeted me last year, which was a very effective outreach campaign. He just reached out to me and said he thought I might like his sleep app. And in fact, I do. I love apps that help me to sleep, and our meditation apps and things like that. On the subject of graphics, by the way, you want to do your wall post graphics for your fan page at 600 by 600 pixels, okay? 600 by 600 square. Many times I'll see fan pages that they keep getting truncated and people don't know. In fact, if we just hop back to my page for another quick second, people don't know that they can read 2 things you can do with your image posts. You can do these on your fan page as well as your profile. Let's see if I can find an example right here. Okay, so here's an example of one I've favorited. When you click that, when you tap the little, hover over in the top right, I've tapped the little star, and that means it's highlighted, and then it's stretched across. Sometimes we call that double wide. Now, I can also do this little thing, click the edit pencil, and click reposition photo. It takes a second, and then you have the little crosshatch. Now I can move this, see? I can move it around, and I can put this where I want to position it. So you can do that and then you just hit save. And whether you have it favorited or not, see, when I take it off favorite, then it's going to move it back on my wall, and now see where it's truncated. That's why I favorited it, because that headline was truncated. It was chopped off. So now I might want to get in here and move it over like that. So wanting to pay attention to that. Well, look at your wall and see if you might need to go back through the last several posts and either favorite to make things double wide or reposition the photo. You can reposition photos on your profile too. Those of you that have the new timeline, the single column timeline, you might need to experiment with photo sizes. It's not so much 600 by 600, and I was having a long conversation with some friends about this recently. You might want to size them by 500 by 380, 500 by 380, but otherwise, you know, just do whatever image size you want, and they all kind of get sized and, you know, chopped or shrunk or whatever. But when people click on them, then they will see the real size. The dimensions I should mention of the cover image, if you don't know already, 851 by 315, okay, 851 by 315. And I think many people in the chat here probably know those already. Feel free to reiterate that. Ding, ding, ding! It's time for another book winner. Okay, and if you joined us after the fact, just to reiterate, we are giving away 5 copies of the New Relationship Marketing, or you can take your pick. You can have the Facebook Marketing an Hour a Day, and I'll add even a little bit of bling on the New Relationship Marketing for you, signed and shipped to your house. Signed, sealed, and delivered. And so the winner of our book number 2, as I look on my magic little system here, is, oh, I know where this person lives. This is Liz Melville. You're in Scotland, I believe. Hey, Liz. 2 thumbs up. That's awesome. Yay, Liz. Okay. All right, so we did 1 was develop that solid strategy for success. 2 was checking that, make sure that you have an excellent, consistent, seamless, vibrant, compelling brand. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it just needs to look good across all your profiles. Number 3 is all about content. You want to map out a content plan. Okay, that's step 3. Map out a content plan. What are you going to post and when? Lots and lots of different content types and frequencies and the timing. Let's hop onto my slides for a second. I do have a couple to show you here, and all credit to Dan Zarella. He works with HubSpot, often known as a social media scientist. And Dan has done many different studies. Now remember earlier I was saying that photos typically get the highest visibility in the news feed, and you can see photos get the most, then status updates, then videos, and then links. Remember, links are way down there. Stop posting so many links, folks. Make them photos and with a link in them, or they can be status updates and then you just X out the little link preview. Now, you might find on your page this could be reversed. You might have more activity going on with your status updates than your photos, but ultimately, usually links are way at the bottom. Okay, now, this is what to include in the narrative, and what Dan found in his studies, that when you post and you say the word like, click like if you agree, or please like this, or you know, anything like that, or let's see how many likes I can get. I'm not necessarily a big fan of those types of posts, but Dan found that when you include the word like in your post, it actually gets more likes and comments. And the same with including the word comment, and the same goes with share. If you say to people, if you actually say, please share this with your friends, or please, I'll say, you know, if you found value in this, share with your friends and fans. Share gets probably the most newsfeed visibility. The more shares you can get, the better, followed by the more comments you can get, the better, followed by more likes. So if you had to pick, it would be shares, then comments, then likes, in terms of getting that viral visibility, that organic visibility. Ideally, you're going to ask yourself, well, what about this boosting thing? When do I pay Facebook to have my posts seen by more people? Organic versus paid. I'm recommending that you wait for the post to mature, as they call it, mature. And that could be 20 minutes, it could be 2 hours, it could be 6 hours. When you will know is when the post activity dies down a little bit. You're getting fewer likes, it's been 3 hours since the last comment, or 2 hours since the last comment. Then promote it, okay? There is a reason, by the way, that Facebook encourages you to put money into popular posts. Your fans and their friends are saying, we really resonate with this piece of content. Therefore, Facebook's saying, well, go ahead and amplify that, boost that. If you put money into a post that's not doing so well, you could risk having people report it as spam or hide it, or people unliking your page. So it's just a kind of trial and error on that one. Best times of the day to post, you need to experiment. I wish there was a one size fits all, but you got to look at your insights and look at when your fans are responding best. I know for me that the ideal frequency is about 1 to 2 times a day, maximum 3 times a day. My posts tend to sit in the newsfeed for a while, I know. Back in mid-April, I was at an event in Miami, and I actually did an experiment where I posted 7 times in a day. So I just pretty much tripled my normal post frequency. And I said to my fans, I'm doing an experiment. I'm going to increase the amount of times that I'm doing my posts here. I did see a significant increase in reach. So whereas my average reach might be somewhere between 25 and 35,000, I got well over 100,000 aggregate. So about 150,000 reach aggregate with those 7 posts. Very little negative feedback, which means people reporting as spam or hiding in the newsfeed. Mainly because my fans are very forgiving, they're very loyal. We have a mutual respect and love. So a few people did comment saying, Mari, I love you, your stuff's great, but this is a little too much. So they're actually telling me. So that was just an experiment. And besides, I just don't right now have the bandwidth or the desire to be putting 7 pieces of content a day on my fan page. But it was a worthy experiment. You must plan out and include marketing, include when you're going to put your marketing messages. So let's hop back over to Facebook and we'll pull up another example. This is a fantastic example of a passion page. This is another passion page, but it is tied, just like Joanne's was and our friend over there at Girlfriend Life. It's tied to an online business. So it's called Beauty Addicts. Oh, cool. I just saw a little thing that we're trending on Twitter. We're trending on Twitter. Hashtag 7-Step FB is trending on Twitter. Thanks, guys. You rock. Keep it up. Hope it's all good. I wish I had another eye to look at the tweet stream. So this is brilliant. Again, and it's interesting that I seem to have a little bit of a theme here with Joanne's page and this page that, it's for women, by women, lots of great beauty tips and images and just really a fun page. And it gets a lot of shares. Every post gets a lot of shares. And so, because it's called Beauty Addicts, it's not called Preen Me, they're going to get quite a bit more activity. People are going to see it in their newsfeed and feel more compelled to share with their friends. However, what's happening, really clever, they put a link to each post. On each post, they put a link over to their different product lines and whatnot. So you can click through and you can buy. They do have products for sale. So really, really nicely done. Great example of a passion page tied to an online business that they are monetizing very well. A nice number of fans too, 1.6 million fans, 250,000 people talking about this. So that is a terrific example of what we call a passion page. By the way, I have created a combination content, what we've been just talking about, right? What to post when, and promotional calendar system. So it's both elements. It's marketing, promotions, and content. And that's included in my new course too, the Extreme Fan Base Growth 2.0, coming up very shortly. Let's move along here. We got several more steps to go. We've got Q&A coming up. Stay right where you are. Step number 4 is building your targeted fan base. You've got to get more fans. You can use other channels. You can certainly use ads. We're going to take a look at ads in a moment. Now, if you build it, will they come? Well, you have to go out and tell people that you have the page. So some tips for growing your fan base. Organic tips. Let's talk about that. Now, I like to kind of jest a little bit that my Scottish frugal genes that cause me to go and dig around for low and no cost ways to get that visibility, expand that reach, and grow that fan base. But there's also some great paid ways. So organic would be driving traffic from other channels. Make sure that your Facebook fan page and your other social profiles, the ones that you use most, are in your email signature file. I use Gmail as my main email client. I pull my own domain emails into there. My whole team does. I think Gmail is a fabulous email client. And I use the plugin called Ystamp. Shout out to ystamp.com. And I use them to go ahead and pull in my latest blog posts and the different URLs of my social profiles. And when you're building your email list, every single email that you send out to your list and your e-zine, if you have a newsletter, make sure there's calls to action in there. Join us on Facebook. Your blog has to be really obvious, above the fold. It amazes me how many blogs and websites I go to and I have to look all over, and finally way down at the bottom, it's kind of a little afterthought, hey, join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You want those up top, front and center on your website. If you're more active on LinkedIn and you're looking to bring people over onto your fan page, or Google Plus, or Twitter, or Instagram, or Vine, or anywhere else that you have another community, another channel, make sure people also know you're on Facebook. Why? because those people are more than likely on Facebook. They just don't know that you are. So you've got to let them know, okay, with your business. You can drive traffic to a specific post. Now, I got to kind of get a little bit moving along here because I got so much more to cover, but I will give you a quick demo of what I'm talking about. We go back to my desktop here. Every single post that you make has its own unique URL. It's the timestamp. Let me just grab one as an example. See if I can get one without an image just to make it easier. Almost all my posts. Okay, let's just grab this one. I'm just going to click on the timestamp, okay? And I showed some clients this the other day and they weren't aware of it, so I'm going to just walk you through it. Click the timestamp. It opens up in a window of its own, and all I do here, I actually have this is a Bitly sidebar. Actually, I'm not signed in, so that won't do it. But anyway, you take the, actually I know what to do is just open up Bitly, and we take that URL, shorten it, and now I take that, and it's always an on.fb.me, and I copy that, and then I can put it out to Twitter through Hootsuite or Twitter's main platform. And what I'm going to do is I'm inviting my Twitter followers to come and join the conversation on Facebook, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. I know I kind of went through it fast, but the idea is to let other people know, bring your Twitter audience over onto Facebook to join in on a specific conversation. Now, you can also interact on other fan pages as your page. And then let's see, okay, how are we doing on time? I know we had a quick short break there when we went down for a sec, but we got to move on. So let's look at ads. I want to open up the Power Editor, and you want to experiment with ads, but you've got to get education. And just to put this in perspective, you know, Google's been around for quite a bit longer than Facebook, and if you wanted to be number one on Google, it's not going to happen without investing some money. Whether you buy Google AdWords or you pay someone to do SEO, you do really, really clever things with your social media, and ultimately, you know, at some point you might be able to get on the first page of Google.com or in number one spot. In some way, shape, or form, you're going to have to invest some resources to get that coveted spot. Well, it's the same on Facebook, and people complain, oh my God, I got to pay Facebook. Well, 1.1 billion users. And you want to just reach specific people, and the platform itself is free. So yeah, we got to pay Facebook some money to do some ads. So real quick here, and I realize we could have easily made today 2 or 3 hours, but I got to just pack what I can in today. So some of you, this might not be familiar, and others it will, but I want to give you just a touch of what's feasible with Power Editor. Audiences, this is probably one of the most exciting things ever, is that when you have in Power Editor, by the way, just go to facebook.com/Power Editor. You can upload, if I hit create audience and then I hit custom audience, I can now upload an email database of my own subscribers and then glean information from Facebook about them and then serve ads to my own database. Now, they can be by email or by phone number, or if you happen to know the app, the user IDs, but normally it's just going to be a CSV file with the email addresses. Then from there, you can actually create what's called a lookalike audience. And by the way, for some of you, if you're using the Power Editor in Chrome, it was originally a Chrome extension, but now it's actually, you can use it in other browsers. And it works in Safari. So shout out to my friend John Loomer who alerted me to this. I thought I had some missing buttons, and it turns out that Safari, things were working better in there. So I click on create similar audience. Now what that means is that Facebook's going to take the database that I uploaded, and it's going to go out and use algorithms and find a very similar audience that I didn't know about, that look like my audience. Now, what I did, as you can see, non-registered, on my own database, I took about 50,000 of my database, and we cross-referenced to see who had not yet registered for this webinar. And then so we took that list and loaded it up to Facebook. And of the some 50,000, Facebook was able to match 35,000 of them, which is really, really good. I was excited about that. So then we're going to go down and create an ad. So let me just go into one of my campaigns here and just go hit create ad. And we'll just do a couple quick tests in the interest of time here. I'll show you a couple just different things. you can, and hopefully you can see this okay. You might want to zoom the screen up if you can. Maybe you can go full screen on this video. You can place a sponsored story, which is one of your Facebook page updates over on the right-hand side, a mobile ad, a video ad, or sponsored search results. That's pretty exciting. You see a lot of people when you go to type in the search bar, those are paid ads. Different things you can advertise. And then let me just come down to the audience, go into advanced options. This is where I would type that specific audience that I wanted to pull in. And then, now you see this, so 24,000 because I've pulled in the United States. I think we have those as a country. Let's go back over here to audience. Here's what I really want to show you. So many people are not too aware of this. There's a whole arena in here called partner categories. And I was just learning about this the other day because I haven't done a whole lot with it yet myself. Move that up there. There's 3 different companies here that gather enormous amounts of demographics, and they're able to partner up with Facebook. And what this does is allows you to serve ads to very, very specific pockets of people on Facebook. So it could be, if we drill down in here, demographic, this one, I think when you go into the vehicle, purchase propensity. Watch this. I could serve an ad to somebody who's likely to buy, let's see, a luxury car. Now remember, I'm using my own custom audience, so it's a little bit squished up there if you can see that. But of the people in my own database, 6,600 of you are more likely to buy a luxury car. And I can serve an ad just to that pocket. So it's just incredible the amount of data that's available here for people to be able to drill down and serve ads to. You really want to experiment with that, okay? So I know I'm going fast here, but I just wanted to open your eyes as to what's possible. And then we are going to, let's see where it is actually. It's under creative and placement tracking. So you can also get, this is really exciting, you can actually go ahead and place a little piece of code on your website, so then you can track how many people signed up for an event or opted in or purchased something, and you can actually see how your Facebook dollars are performing for you. Pretty darn exciting, eh? So 4 different types. You got custom audiences is when you load up your database and Facebook matches that database with Facebook users. It hashes this thing called hash, which simply means that it obscures the data. Facebook doesn't email your subscribers. You can do lookalike audiences. That's audiences that look like yours. You got partner categories, which they call them partner categories, just basically all those amazing amounts of demographics that these survey companies provide. And then you've got that conversion measurement. You've also got a whole other side of ads called FBX, which is Facebook Exchange. It's not available on Facebook. It's some third-party companies. You can check out my friend John Loomer's site, JonLoomer. Shout out to John. And he has a lot of great posts on his site about some different companies that offer that, one of which is called Perfect Audience, perfectaudience.com. Okay, let's give you an example of an ad that did well. And this is actually from my own assistant, Lori. She alerted me to this. We'll just hop back to my slides for a sec. Here's an example of terrific targeting. Lori is an athlete. She's a marathon runner, and she does triathlons. And so she says this ad jumped off the screen at her. It said, the title, Bikinis for Triathlon. Great picture. The copy says, need a bikini that both looks good and stays put during a triathlon. Get a Calavera. So she says, oh my gosh, that was amazing targeting. And she went through, she clicked through the site, bought a bikini, and was so happy with it, took a photo. She said the packaging was fun and funky. She got a personal handwritten note from the founder, whose name I'm forgetting right now, but it's Amy. I think it's Amy. No, Judy? No, I can't quite see it. But I had it in my notes. But the founder, shout out to you, my friend, Calavera Swimwear. Watch this, guys. This, by far, I think is one of the most amazing websites. I was looking forward to doing this part of the demonstration here today. CalaverasSwimwear.com. Watch, is this cool or what? Now look at this bikini. Let's say I want a turquoise bikini! Yay! How cool is that? So you can actually select and mix and match the bikini that you want. And she has also a great video here. You can play the video, and it says, They're designed, for women who are athletes, surfers, or they spend a lot of time in the water. So yeah, really beautifully done website. One of the best I've seen in a long time. When you create your custom bikini, you can then click the little share button and share on Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or Google+. So 2 thumbs up to Califera. You did an awesome job with your social media and your targeted ads and your website. Actually, just like scroll forward there. Anna, there's her name. Anna, my apologies. Anna Jerstrom. I did have your name in my notes. So I've actually created a Facebook ads power editor checklist. This is gold, a power editor checklist. So it's very, very confusing and complex, and you can get that checklist as part of the Extreme Fan Base Growth 2.0 coming up in a moment. And I also have actually an unannounced bonus Facebook ads webinar that we'll go really, really deep into Facebook ads as part of the course. It's time for another book winner. Yay! Let's go ahead and pull a name up. And it is, okay, if your name is at Inspire Planning, Tracy Godet. Congratulations, Tracy Godet at Inspire Planning. We will send you one copy of my book, and that's the New Relationship Marketing or Facebook Marketing in Our Day. Okay, I got 2 more tips to cover. No, 3 more tips. My goodness, I got to speed up my words here a little bit because I want to make sure that we get to your questions as well, and I want to tell you about the course that's coming up. Step 5 is all about engage. In fact, you guys heard of location. That's when it comes to real estate, right? It's all about location, lakeside, beachfront. Well, I'm saying engage. That's what step 5 is. Engage. I have this saying that content is king, but engagement is queen, and she rules the house. Okay? Content is king, engagement is queen, and she rules the house. You want to respond as promptly as possible. There are some studies that show that at least 50% of all Facebook page owners are actually not responding to their comments and posts by fans. You want to get in there and spark conversation. Don't just wait. You can go to Social Bakers, socialbakers.com, and look at their whole metric that they have called socially devoted. Okay, it's a whole bunch of metrics that they measure how socially devoted a company or a brand is. So I actually think that, I know I've seen studies, it's proven that brands and businesses are leaving huge piles of money on the table as a result of not responding to questions. About 45% of questions that companies receive via social media are not being responded to. So like I say, check out at Social Bakers or socialbakers.com. Some stats from Social Bakers. On average, companies take 22 hours to respond to Facebook fan posts. And another study says that 1 in 6 Facebook users expect a response to their question in, can anybody guess? Less than 30 minutes. They are waiting. And if you don't get back to them in under a half hour, they're going to go off and check out a competitor's fan page. So the faster you respond, the better. Let's give a quick shout out to one of my favorite brands that is responding very, very well. And that's Earth Cafe Living Foods. They make the most delicious raw vegan cheesecakes. And I am totally in love with their food. And actually you can see my posted this delicious blueberry cheesecake here. I posted on their wall, said I'm showing you some love. And they come right back and there's thank you so much for the love, and they're so responsive. You can see them responding to lots of their posts. And the good news is you can buy their cheesecakes frozen. I have no affiliation with the company. This is not paid announcement or anything. I just love them. They're amazing. So that's Earth Cafe Living Foods. Oh, and let me give another shout out too, as I want to give a shout out to Mariware. I'm going to be getting my Mariware very shortly. Let's see where she is. I think she might just be. And I met this gal on Twitter, and I tweeted to her and I said, "Oh my gosh, your company's name is Mariware. My name is Mari. I need to wear your clothes." And she's a real sweetheart. She's actually sending me some. So thank you, Melanie, for that. I'm looking forward to it very much. So it'll be awesome. Nice page. And they do a great job of engaging. And it's just, it's all about just really getting to know your fans and embracing them and getting to be really a part of a community. I love to do that for my own fans. Maybe once a month or so, I host a Fan Page Friday. I got a little slide for you here. This really warmed my heart. So Dr. Mani, he is a heart surgeon in India. Shout out to @Dr. Mani. And here's my friend in Scotland, Andrew Johnson, the hypnotherapist. And so the two of them connected on my fan page the other week there as a result of me doing that Facebook Fan Page Friday. And Dr. Mani wrote on Andrew's wall, "Relaxing, creating are both right up my alley. I found your page through Marty Smith." And Andrew writes back, "Thank you for connecting. I'm just off to buy your book. It looks fascinating." So I just thought that really warmed my heart to see, when people go ahead and connect. So a passionate community manager is absolutely key and one of the most critical roles in your company. Big shout out to my community manager, who is Juan Felix. Juan Felix in the Netherlands. He's my chief Facebook question and answer director, chief. So he does a great job, and he manages a lot of the Team Mari. You see, when you see Team Mari, and he always signs his name off. He's very knowledgeable with Facebook, and is a tremendous asset to my company. Okay, step number 6. So you've done all that engaging, you got your content, and people are loving you, your fans are growing, you're getting some buzz going. You've got to ask for the sale. That's what step number 6 is ask for the sale. You've got to include conversion strategies and tactics. I like to really talk about the 80-20 rule. And engagement is critical to your monetary success. You want to build plenty of social equity. Social Media Examiner does a great job of that. Shout out to my friend Mike Stelzner. Ads apply here too, of course. So you can go ahead and drive people right to a product or a sales site or an opt-in or a tab for selling anything. Of course you can sell on Facebook. It's perfectly okay to pitch and sell on Facebook. Shout out to my friends over at Grow Social. That's growsocial.com. They have a great platform that allows you to put apps on your fan page and sell whatever products you want or do opt-ins. And Grow Social and Infusionsoft are my two main sponsors of this webinar. So I'm very, very delighted. I've been a happy Infusionsoft customer for a long, long time. And it's a great, great platform for e-commerce and email building and affiliate marketing. And you can integrate that with Grow Social right on your fan page. So remember our friends at the Girlfriend Life and then the Beauty Addicts community. That was Preen.me, and then my friend Andrew Johnson here. Check out this example. Shout out to Gina Alexander. Gina Alexander Photo Handbags. Let's pull up her page here. I was really blown away by her results. So Gina does these gorgeous handbags. She's been doing this for many years, and her niche, let's see if we can pull up a picture here, is these gorgeous handbags with whatever photo you want. You put a photo of your baby, your puppies, whatever you want. And so she does these photo handbags. And Gina came up to me at an event not long ago, and she said to me that she started reading my Facebook marketing book a few years ago, and she decided to do this campaign. This is on the subject of engaging and asking for the sale, etc. She actually decided that she was going to go ahead and help people in her community to make some money. And she put out this call to action. She said, all right, it's for $49. You can go ahead and become a distributor. We'll help you to sell these bags. And she and her team womaned her fan page for 24 hours straight. And what she said to me is understanding the needs of the people and how to engage, and understanding the needs of the economy, but not giving into the economy. She's thinking to herself, how can I help people to help themselves? And she really wanted to help women to make more money. So like I say, she put this offer out. She said their direct sales program is only $49, included a bag to help them go and sell these beautiful bags. She created a finite window. Some people call it scarcity. I like to call it finite. It's a finite window. She said, you've got 24 hours. Now, guess what? Now, she was answering questions. She couldn't believe how many questions people had about how the photos work and what photos are best and the size and the dimensions and how to upload them. She made $28,000 in 24 hours. How about that? $28K in 24 hours. And by the way, you can go to her site at GinaAlexander.com or go to her page here. And she said that you can actually win a free handbag. She's doing a giveaway. The first 100 people get a free heart-shaped coin purse. So you're going to learn many, many proven sales conversions tactics in my Extreme Fan Base Growth 2.0, as I mentioned, coming up in just a little minute. We got another book winner, and then we've got step 7, and we've got some Q&A. Book winner, ding, 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 number 4. It is, okay, wow, we got all the women in the house today. It is Vicky Zerby. If your name is Vicky Zerby, Z-E-R-B-E-E, congratulations to you, Vicky Zerby. You won a copy of one of my books, so we'll be in touch and we'll send it off to you. Okay, moving along, we've got a lot more to go. Step number 7 is track and tweak. That's what I call it, track and tweak. You've got to know what to track and you've got to know what to correct and improve and those KPIs, key performance indicators. How do you adjust and move the needles and dials? Look to see what's working and what's not. Is reach important? We're all about reach, and Facebook dangles that carrot in front of our eye for everybody who's a page admin. You see those metrics. They're not public facing, but are the people talking about this is public facing, but that metrics showing you how many people your post reached, post by post reached. The numbers are somewhat important. Now, some other numbers is really conversions in ads. Remember I showed you earlier that conversion pixel, that little piece of code you can put on your website to track, how many opt-in, sign-up, sales, etc. are you getting from ads. That's going to be a metric you want to track for sure. For your insights, you want to download the post level data. Hold on a sec, little sip. Go into your insights and download the post level data. You want to look at the total organic reach. How many unique people saw your post? That's the number that's on the bottom of each post. Plus, you want to look at the reach for just your fans. How many of your actual fans are you reaching? That's another column. It's kind of formidable, that huge, big Excel document. I wish I could go into it today for you, but we just can't. We'll go into it in the course. You want to look also at the viral number of people who saw from a story in the newsfeed. Another thing you want to look at is negative feedback. How many people are hiding your posts or reporting as spam? You can get all that information in this massive spreadsheet by downloading the post level data. You also want to track, and I kind of recently been corrected around this. I used to always take the total number of likes and divide that by the people talking about this and times 100, and that gives you an engagement rate. Well, remember we said that not everybody's seeing your content in the newsfeed anyway. So you may as well take the portion and prorate it. Prorate the number. So let's say you've got 1,000 fans and people talking about this of 100. You think, okay, it's 10%. Great, I got a 10% engagement rate. Well, not really. What if only 250 of those 250 people actually saw that post and only 150% are 150 are fans? Your reach is only 15%. So I know I went fast through those numbers, but if you see what it's you've got to kind of scale it and do the math a little bit where you're looking at your post level data and you want to see of your fans who is seeing and engaging and interacting with your content, okay? Now, a lot more to cover, and I wish I could go deep into the analytics. We've got the Facebook ads, the Power Editor. We talked a lot today about so many different things. And I want to get to your questions as well. Now, as promised, I want to invite those of you who would like to learn with me a little bit more. What if you could attract thousands and thousands of fans who happily respond to your offers and turn into paying customers in 30 days? It could just take as little as 30 days. So if you enjoyed hanging out with me so far, stay right where you are. We've got the Q&A coming up. We've got extra bonuses. We've got another book to give away. And I'd like to just take a few minutes to share a bit more about my Extreme Fan Base Growth 2.0 course coming up very shortly. If you like this format, we're talking via webinar and chat and comments. We can hang out together 8 more times. I've put together the most important Facebook course that business owners should invest in for 2013. And I want to make sure that each and every one of you, I know there's thousands of you here. We had 13,000 people sign up for this webinar, with thousands of you tuned in today here to get the opportunity to learn directly from me. And I want to empower you to stay ahead of the curve. I have just a little mock-up here just by demonstration. It's called Extreme Fan Base Growth, okay? And we got the 2.0 version, 25 proven tactics to explode your business, okay? Extreme Fan Base Growth. It's entirely, I'm holding these up here, but the good news is the course is entirely virtual. It's online and it's live. Last time I did this course was 18 months ago, and it wasn't live. We did some videos. This time I want to do it live because there's always questions. I want to be able to really go deep and have a systematic approach. So You can find out more information about that, and I'm going to go right there with you to extremefanbasegrowth.com. Okay, extremefanbasegrowth.com. Lori will put the link over there. And it is a new course, like I say, 25 Facebook marketing tactics designed to explode your business. I want to go through real quick some of what's covered in the modules. You've got the dates here. If you can't make some or all the live dates, remember we record them. You can definitely get the videos. You'll get a private Facebook group. We're going to cover how to craft your essential Facebook marketing strategy. Remember, you get that blueprint. How to create a compelling design to make your page and posts pop, how people are seeing them in their newsfeed, remember? Module 3 will be all about content that gets results, how to convert with your content and getting those fans, put your fan base into overdrive, building an incredibly loyal community, tapping into the power of ads. And I mentioned we have an unannounced bonus here that you'll actually be able to have an extended session on ads. So we have a half-hour module here as well as an extended session. Building buzz on your website, and then additional reach with video, mobile, print, and offline. So it's an incredible, incredible value. Last year's price was $197. I've kept the same price, even though it's 18 months later. It's only $197 or 2 payments of $100. Super, super easy on your pocketbook. 1 payment today, 1 in 30 days time. Remember, we've got Q&A coming up and one more bonus giveaway. I also want to offer these special fast action bonuses. We've got the blueprint, the power editor checklist I mentioned, the calendar. I'm also going to include the social media launch plan, and then for those of you that want to scale your fan page moderation. Okay, so in addition, there is actually a VIP masterclass optional upgrade. Normally, the whole course would be $497, like I say, for all 8 sessions. It's an online training course, very similar how we're interacting here today. The price for you is $197, 60% off, or 2 payments of $100 if that's easier on your cash flow. It's just a really nominal premium. And I love to work with fast action takers. No sitting on the fence is allowed, okay? Let's do this. Now, the last time I led this course, and you could scroll up, thank you, Extreme Fan Base Growth. I got some notes here. I'm actually expecting my biggest ever participation in this course. When I last led it 18 months ago, we had over 1,300 participants. It was phenomenal. Some people said it was life-changing, and they're coming back again a second time round. This time I wanted to offer something a bit special, and that is a VIP masterclass. You'll find out details on the page. And it's a VIP masterclass exclusive for 100 people only. Okay, it includes everything that I talked about in Extreme Fan Base Growth. By the way, those 8 modules are 8 half-hour live sessions with me, followed by another half-hour of live Q&A in your private Facebook group. With the masterclass, you get 3 extended masterclasses to dive deeper into social media and business building, hot seats, critiques. Remember I said in the beginning, my background and passion is online business coaching. And for those of you who like to go for the VIP upgrade, the emphasis will absolutely be on business development, the full gamut, the full range of social media marketing. So you'll be able to develop your skills beyond Facebook and more. The price for the VIP masterclass is $997 or 2 payments of $500. It's an option. You can get it today. You can upgrade later if you want to, if there's still spots left. But I highly, highly recommend. It's tremendous value. Normally it would cost about $2,000 to $3,000 to spend that amount of time with me. But today only, it's $997. Not today only. You can sign up today. I want you to, but I'm not going to pull one of those, buy now or whatever. So if you resonate with my style, you want to learn from me, please, I would be my honor to work with you. So everybody who orders gets those fast action bonuses, those 5 different bonuses that we talked about. Go ahead and scroll through those. Thank you. And the one thing I'm going to do today, which is really, really super special, for the first 101 people that decide to order Extreme Fan Base Growth, a regular course, one of my most sought after offerings is a personalized one-on-one social media critique where I actually look at your fan page, I give you suggestions, I review it, I tell you what to tweak and improve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly select 3 names from the first 101 fast action buyers and give away a customized social media critique to those 3 people. I'm going to contact you by email. We're not going to do the drawing right now. I'll analyze your Facebook profile, your connections, your pages, etc. make sure that you're in prime position for social media success for the rest of 2013. And that's a personalized video with recording. You'll get the value of $500. So we're going to do that drawing later today for the first 101 people. Go over to extremefanbasegrowth.com, register for the course, and you'll get your 60% off. And now I must go ahead and do some questions because you have been very patiently waiting. And if you've got questions about the course, remember Lori's helping me out here, and you can pop them in down below. Okie dokie. So, awesome. Oh, we got some great questions. Thank you so much for asking these. So Faith asks, Faith Marcus, she says, what would you suggest as the maximum number of posts per day for a small business without being perceived as spammy or creating negative feedback? Oh, no. That is that holy grail. And I wish that I could give like this one-size-fits-all answer. You're going to need to experiment. And the way that I found it works best is just to see the kind of response. Remember I said earlier that my typical sweet spot is between 1 and 2 posts a day, sometimes 3 at most. And then in April, I did a little experiment. I posted 7 times, and it was a bit too much. But you know, Faith, I would just say if right now you're doing 2 a day, try 3 a day, try 4 a day. But I wouldn't go from 2 a day to once an hour like my friend Joanne. And that's the thing with Joanne on the Girlfriend Life. She'll say, no, people watch me, Mari, and they're like, oh, I want to try to create what you're doing. And they're like, I'm posting every hour, and people are not liking it. But you have to train your fans to know what to expect from you. Another question, Muse Gloria, she says, how do I add a page to an interest list versus liking it? I don't see this as an option. Okay, we can show that right quick. Let's hop over to my screen. We're going to just do a demonstration. Let's say I'm going to go to my Beauty Addicts page. So you see I have not actually liked this page. What you do is you click the little cog, this little gear icon. Click it and you hit add to interest list. Now I've got a number in here. One of my favorites is Facebook Candy. Facebook Candy is really fun images. I have this list called Facebook Candy to inspire. And there you go. I just popped it in. Simple as that. So it's just a little gear icon. I don't think you can do it by mobile. And then if I go over and let's go over here and I look at my different lists, Facebook Candy to Inspire, and I have 141 people on that list. My most popular list is called, Facebook Experts and Resources. That's got 31,000 followers. I wish it was easier to find interest lists and, for people to just have this, you could go to someone's profile and just find them. You can't create interest lists from your fan page. Interest lists are created from the profile. And then what I do is I put them over here in my bookmarks. Okay, great question, that one. Susan Harrison, what's Mari's position on updating the timeline cover? We do it regularly, including with each holiday observance. Well, yeah, actually, we did cover that earlier. I'm a big fan of updating the timeline. Actually, one of the things I do when I'm critiquing a fan page, I'll go and I'll click onto the album. Like your fan page cover images, they go into their own album. And I will often click on there, and if I only see 2 or 3 images, I'll know that the page, they rarely change their fan page cover image unless they're just brand new. So Susan, absolutely, update it every week. I've seen many businesses use that as a great strategy. Holidays, wonderful, observant, great idea. Now Richard is asking, Richard Console, any tips for getting interaction on less fun pages? We are a law firm. Hey, Richard. Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to pull up an example. I have a wonderful friend here in San Diego who is an immigration attorney. Shout out to Jacob Sapochnik. And he is at, when I click onto his fan page there, San Diego immigration lawyer. Okay. He does really well with his social media. He'd be a fun person for you. Or I'm saying fun. Are you saying you're not fun because you're an attorney? No, you're saying that the industry's not fun. It depends on the type of law too, probably. I don't mean to be flippant. But there are ways, and here's the bottom line, folks. People talk about B2B and B2C. So if you serve business to business or business to consumer. In my book, The New Relationship Marketing, I decided to call it P2P. To me, it's people to people. Whether you're serving consumers or businesses, you are serving people. And so attorneys are people. And social media is about relating, connecting, and being human. And so, without knowing more about your type of law, Richard, I'm not sure what I would suggest, but I absolutely check out my friend Jacob here and other lawyers too. And also check industries or check people that are outside of your industry too, because you could pick up some really fun and creative ideas that maybe no other lawyers thought about. But the main thing, what I like about what Jacob does is in his specific area of specialization, which is immigration, he provides a tremendous amount of information. He's really established himself as a great source, certainly within the San Diego community and beyond, such that the local news and whatnot calling him for his advice and his expert opinion. So, Richard, maybe that's a question. If you don't mind, you can pop it on my fan page and maybe you share your page with us. We'd love to have a look. Monica McFerrin. Hi, Monica. She says, do I ever do trainings on Power Editor? I hear it can be tricky. Oh boy, yes it can. It can give you white hair overnight. No, it can really be a bear. And I'm an evangelist now. I wasn't so sure at first, but I'm really an evangelist for the Power Editor. I mentioned earlier now, and I don't mean to make this all about the course, but if you do join us at the Extreme Fan-Based Growth, we'd love to have you, and we're going to be doing an extended session separate from the 8 modules. So you get your 8 modules. Remember, if you can't make the live dates, we start on June 18th and it runs all the way through July 18th. We meet twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're taking a break for Independence Week, and every single live session, all 8 sessions are recorded, and you'll have unlimited access to them and be able to download them as well. We also have a Facebook group. And then as a bonus, as an extra, it's unannounced, you won't even see it on the fan page. On the sales page, we haven't got it in there. But Monica, the good news is we are going to be doing an extended training on the Power Editor, and I think, honestly, it would be worth the price of the course alone, even though the course has got a lot of value. Marge Brown is asking, do you have to have a certain number of fans before the ad editor is available? No. The Power Editor doesn't have a bearing on the number of fans, but you just go to facebook.com/Power Editor, and then depending on what computer or browser you use, you might have to try different ones. I found it a little buggy with Chrome. But the Power Editor is designed for the Power ad buyer, and specifically people who are buying ads like in bulk. However, there's certain features inside of the Power Editor that you can't get in the regular ad builder dashboard. So regardless of your budget or number of fans, I think the Power Editor is a terrific tool that should really be used by everyone. So let me hit refresh on this and get some more questions. I know there's lots more. Rescue Coalition. Hello, Rescue Coalition. Will Extreme Fan-Based Growth 2.0 modules information work for a nonprofit? Absolutely they will. I love this question. I get this kind of question periodically. I have a few friends in the business who specialize in social media and Facebook for nonprofits, and that's great, and you can get information from them. Beth Cantor, she's at Cantor, Kanter, and another one is John Hayden. In fact, if you go to my fan page, facebook.com/Mari Smith, the very last post I made, not the one pinned to the top, but the one just below that, one I made this morning was from John Hayden, and he specializes in Facebook for nonprofits. You're welcome to check those guys out, but honestly, the way that I teach these strategies, I don't even distinguish between, this would work well for this type of business and this would work well for profit, this would work for nonprofit. I teach a strategy of relationship marketing that permeates all channels. Obviously, we're going to give you some specifics and some tactics, and you have plenty opportunity to network. One of the beautiful benefits, by the way, of the Extreme Fan-Based Growth course is the power of the Facebook group and the networking and the peer support and the sharing and the camaraderie that goes on in there. As I say, one of my participants, shout out to Roz, she said last year was life-changing. This course was literally life-changing for her, which I thought was just wonderful. So, Rescue Coalition, we'd love to have you in the course if it works for you. Janine, is the pace slower than today? I know I was going fast. I packed too much. It's my Achilles heel. I tend to over-prepare. I want to give away the store. Thank you, Janine. I know I took a lot. And I don't know if you missed the comment up front. I'm going to reiterate it for the benefit of everybody, really, that I realized that because of the thousands of people tuning in to the webinar live today, as well as watching the recording, we have a vast range of understanding. We have people from really absolute beginner right on up to my fellow industry professionals who teach social media. So typically my goal with these free webinars is to give like something for everyone. Then when we come into the course, it's a structured format with a real systematic approach that builds, each module builds on the last. And then the good news is, with access to me in the Facebook group and with the extended sessions of question and answer, which we've added in this year, different from last, is that you will get extensive amounts of training. Nobody's going to be sitting there scratching their head going, oh no, I don't know if I can do this, and feeling frustrated. You'll get your questions answered. You'll learn in a paced fashion. So Janine, thanks for bringing that up. A Maris Design. Mari, how does your system work for those people who are not selling a product but selling services? See, you guys crack me up. Lawyers, nonprofits, products, not services. I love your questions. I do. I love your questions. And the bottom line is this. What you're saying to me, is this going to work for me? And I absolutely, hand on heart tell you that this course is so powerful. We had 1,300 people went through it last year and tremendous results. You will get more fans, you will get more sales, you get more leads, you'll get more visibility. It's taught that way. So products versus services, absolutely on that question. That goes for anybody tuning in that's a product versus service. Lisa Coghill. Ooh, I love this question. What is the best app to run a contest? Okay, so there are lots of third party. First of all, I'm glad the contest question came up. We'll get this elephant out the room because Facebook contests, their rules are very specific. And really, there's only one rule that you need to adhere to when it comes to running a Facebook contest, and that is you've got to do it on an app. You can't just put on your wall, hey, everybody, click like on this post and I'm going to draw 3 names at random and give away something. Anytime that you have a opportunity for a limited number of people to get something, that's a contest or a drawing or a sweepstake. If you're just giving something away to everybody, like, hey, everybody download my latest free report, or here's my ebook, everybody help yourself. That's not the same, okay? You can do that on your wall. So in terms of what apps to use, obviously I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsors today, Grow Social, growsocial.com would be one to check out. There's many other ones. I personally have used Strata before as well for a contest. There's many, and back in the day, years ago, Wildfire was one of the top choices, and then they were bought by Google, and they're really more for enterprise level. I see some questions popping onto my fan page. I promise as soon as we're done in about 5 more minutes, we're going to be done. And I will be doing my best to respond to your questions and comments on the fan page and on Twitter as well. But meantime, we got a few more minutes for some more questions in here. Remember, go ahead and go to extremefanbasegrowth.com. And I think just going to go like this. Oh, yeah. Actually, you can go ahead and show my screen. That'll just remind them that we're picking 3 winners drawn at random. We'll do that later today. We're not going to announce those winners today, but I do have one more book to give away. That book number 5 is coming out shortly. But remember that you can win a social media critique, and we're going to draw 3 winners at random from the first 101 orders. So it really does pay you to go ahead and place your order. I've packed the course with value, and you really will get more fans, more leads, and more paying customers. Lisa Coghill is asking, I beg your pardon, we already answered that, but the app for contests. Shauna Fillmore, she says, I'm getting ready to launch a book. Should I do a new page for the book or integrate it into my personal page? Okay, Shauna. All right, and we got a few more minutes to go here. So, and this is a great question. I think a lot of people can relate to this, whether you have a new book or a new product or a new division, if you will, of your business. People often wonder, should I do this as a separate fan page? It just depends. I want you to begin with the end in mind. Fast forward a year from now. Do you see yourself having a vibrant, active community that you're managing the content, you're managing the engagement, you're managing conversions, in addition to your personal page? And Shauna, when you say personal page, I'm not sure if you mean your personal profile or if you have a fan page that's in your name. If you do not yet have a fan page, you absolutely want to have a fan page. It may or may not be in the name of the book. It might be in your own name. Exactly really what I've done myself. I have my personal profile as Mari Smith, and I have my fan page as Mari Smith. The reason I do that, there's many reasons. the main reason I do a fan page is because all the content is indexed by Google. You can run ads, you can boost the posts, well, you can promote posts on profiles as well. It doesn't do a whole lot. You can put apps on there, you can get metrics, and it's designed for business. People expect you to talk about business on a fan page. Personal profile, since Facebook introduced in September 2011 now, my goodness, the follower, it used to be called subscribe, but it's called follower. To me, that opened up the personal profile so you can lock it down, have all your privacy settings really locked down so that only friends can see certain things you post and certain aspects you want to keep private. And then the rest, everything is fair game. That's the way that I just basically think of it, is that I post frequently to public on my personal profile, and I have close to 400,000 followers. And by the way, I was really hoping that we might get my fan page to over that 100,000. We're getting very close to 100,000. Oh, 98,116. Okay, well, I'm going to have a celebration. We're going to do something fun. If you haven't liked my fan page, make sure you do. Facebook.com/MariSmith. And I got to do something fun for the 100,000th fan. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Too fun. Okay, so I know that we went down for just a minute or two, so I'm going to go just a minute or two over, but we're almost through. We got this one more question here, R.W. Magion, I think he says. He says, I'm a performing artist. What do you suggest for building a fan base? Gosh, well, it sounds like some of what you do is of a musical nature. I mean, I would want to hear you. I'd want to see video on there. I'd want to see audio, and maybe, I don't know if you do concerts or whatever you do, we want to get a flavor, we want to get a feel for what it is that you do, okay? And so that would be something you're for sure going to post on your fan page, and just really engage with people. We want to know you as well. I think that's what happens a lot is regardless of if you're what I call a personality-based business, okay, that is that you and the business are synonymous. It's you're the face and name of the brand, no matter what it is that you do. You want to have people really get to know you a little bit, really to be transparent, to share things from your personal life that you're comfortable putting out there. You've still got to have a private life. I give the impression that I'm very open and I share a lot, and I do, to be honest, I do. Back in the day when social media started to just really explode, we have this term called transparency. You got to be transparent. And then now, I think it's rather ironic, but we call it selective transparency. It's kind of an oxymoron, but you're selectively transparent about what you share. You must keep elements of your life private. You just don't go anywhere online. Okay, so, and anyway, on that note, I hope that was helpful, RW Magic. We look forward to seeing or hearing some of your artistry. Let's give away one more book. We promised we would do that. So it's going to be the new relationship marketing or Facebook marketing. One more winner. I promised we'd have 5 book giveaways. And let's see if we can just pop a name here. Oh, how cool! Mark Ivy. If your name is Mark Ivy, hey Mark, you can have one or other of my books. We'll send it off to you, signed, sealed, and delivered. So I know I can just see that my little notifications are popping away like crazy here. Then you guys have had a great time. I can't wait to read the tweets. I know that it's been a lot of information, and for those of you who are just kind of starting out, that this might be quite overwhelming. But remember, Facebook has 1.1 billion users. A small percent of those is all you need to be your leads, your clients, your paying customers, your peeps, your community, and you absolutely can do more business on Facebook. So remember, extremefanbasegrowth.com. Hop over there. If the VIP upgrade resonates with you, we are going to cap that as soon as we have 100 signups. Then that will no longer be available. It's maxing out at that point, and I really love to go deep and do additional coaching and really help people to have thriving businesses, not just with their Facebook. And of course, with the Facebook Extreme Fan Base Growth course, I look forward to seeing you on June 18th when the course starts. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I will see you in the Facebook group. I trust you got value here today. And as I like to say, we are on this journey together. It is an honor and a pleasure to be on it with all of you. Goodbye. We'll see you next time. From my heart to yours, namaste.